Good morning, sixth graders. Today we are discussing surface area of a triangular prism. And if you are in the 2020 version of the instruction book, you're going to be on page 252 and 253. And for those of us in the 2017 version, we're on 244 and 245. So we're going to start with what's in the tan box. It says the triangular prism shown below has a triangular base with a length of 12 centimeters. And you can see that right there. It's 12. And it has a height of 8 centimeters. And we're still talking about this base. See this base? It's 12 by 18. Okay? The height of the prism is 11 centimeters. We see that right here. And the question they're asking us is, what is the surface area of the prism? Now, if you take a look down here at the net, they've unfolded this triangular prism and wrote in what they knew. So we've got a triangle at the top. We've got a triangle at the bottom. We know that the base length is 12. So we've got a 12 there and a 12 there. And then they've written in some other numbers. They know that these two rectangles, are 11 by 10. And this rectangle, this square right here, is going to be 12 by 11. So if you come down here and look, they filled in the table with what they knew. Okay. And you can see they've come up with found the base and the height for each of the 5 shapes. And then they've come up with the area. Now, just as a reminder, the area of a rectangle is going to be what? Base times height. Let's write that down. Area equals base times height, and that's of a rectangle. What's the area of a triangle? Do you guys remember? Right, you've got it. Area of a triangle equals 1/2 base times height. And that's of a triangle. I'm going to put that right there, just as a reminder for us. And if you look at this first face in which they've done the triangle at the top, they've got that the base is 12 and the height right here is 8. Now, when you take 12 times 8, what do you get? 96, right? And 1/2 of 96 is 48. So that's how they came up with the area. Okay, let's move over to the next page and see if we can answer those questions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the top of the page looking at question number 9. And it says, how many faces of the prism on the previous page are triangles? Explain how to find the area of each triangle. And if you go back and look, we've pretty much already answered that question, but let's look again. So how many faces are triangles? 1, 2. And how do you find the area of a triangle? 1/2 base times height. So let's write that down. 2 faces are triangles. Okay. And then the area of a triangle equals 1/2 base times height. All right, moving on to question number 10. How many faces of the prism are rectangles? Are they all the same shape and size? So let's go back and look at that net. All right, so how many rectangles do we have? Well, when I glance at it, I see 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, they look kind of like squares, and we know squares are rectangles. So are they all the same size? Well, this one is going to be 12 by 11, right? And this one is going to be 10 by 11. What does that make the third one? What's this line up here, guys? Yes, you got it, 10 centimeters. So this one's going to be 10 by 11. So first of all, there are 3 faces are rectangles. Oops. And are they all the same shape and size? No. We've got 2 of them are 10 by 11. (10 centimeters by 11 centimeters. And one of the rectangles is, what's the size and shape of the last one? The third rectangle? Right, 12 centimeters by 11 centimeters. Alrighty. Question 11. What is the surface area of the triangular prism? Show your work. Now, remember, when we are finding the area, we need to find the area of each of those shapes, and then we add them all together. And we are quite lucky because they've already done that for us. They've found the area of each one. So the 2 triangles are 48. And you can write these in if you want. Or 48. The 2 rectangles are 110. 2 on the side because they're 10 by 11. And the last one is 12 by 11. So we get 132. So our job is just to add those all up. So what is the surface area of the triangular prism? Where we're going to add 48 plus 48 plus what? Plus 110 plus 110. And what's the last one? 132. Go ahead and hit the pause button while you add that up. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Did you get the same thing that I did? 448 centimeters squared. Excellent work. Moving right along. Let's take a look at number 12. 12 says, explain how to find the surface area of any triangular prism. Well, all we need to do is just explain what we did. So the first thing that you do is you find the area of the 2 triangular bases. Then what do you do, guys? Who can tell me? Well, then you find the area of the 3 rectangular faces. And once you know that, what is it that we do? We then add them to find the sum. So then you find the sum of all the areas. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're done with what we're going to do on this page. I would like you to try both 13 and 14 on your own. You can do it. If you understood what we did up here, I know you can understand what you need to do down there. I just will give you a little hint. Number 13 is a decimal. You're going to have a decimal in your answer. So good luck, guys. And when you're finished with this page, please go ahead and do your PPS pages 271 and 272. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.